Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Star Wars Galaxies Emulator. And by popular request today, we are on Yavin. As you can see, Yavin is an interesting place. Lots of weird creatures here. So we're going to see a lot. The Tibis was one of the coolest things I saw. It was the first really unique creature I saw in this game after getting off Tatooine, so it's one of my favorite planets. It's also one of the most underrated planets. So there are 3 shuttle and starports on Yavin. You have the military guard tower down here, which is at the military base. You have labor outpost, and then you have the outpost up here in the top. I think it's called I don't know what it's called. I can't remember off the top of my head. Normally when I do this, I would have started at the lower labor outpost, worked my way up through these POIs, and then back over here. Today we're doing it backwards, just for kicks. So, right now, we are here at the outpost in the north section, and we are going to start with the Temple of Exar Kun. And then we're going to go down to the Woolamander Palace, and we're going to go to Temple of Blueleaf last. The reason we're going to the Temple of Blueleaf last is it's probably the most dangerous. So we're going to have the most problems with that one. And mostly I figure we may hit the POI and die. So I thought we'd save that one for last, because dying and then having to come back and do the other ones, it costs 3,000 credits to get to Yavin from Corellia and 3,000 credits to get back to Corellia. So doing that without a purpose is a little expensive. So since there are no ports, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a time lapse between the POIs and stop before I get to the POI. So we're going to take our speeder over to the Temple of Exar Kun, and then you can watch the trip at high speed. And when we get closer, I will start normal speed again. So you won't be hearing anything from me, but when we get close, that's when we'll pick up. I'll probably get like 500 meters away, because that way we won't trigger it automatically. Now also, I did want to say that I got buffed specifically to do these POIs. We're going to knock out as many of the POI planets as we can today, so that is as done as we can get it. If we do all of them with this buff set, then we've done all of them. I will upload them sporadically and space it in between the other episodes, so you're not overwhelmed with POI videos. But I did want to let you know that I am recording them all today. They're very, very difficult to edit in some cases, so that's the reason. It'll give me time to edit them properly. This one will be a little bit quick edit. The rest of them I'll have time to work on. So this was requested, so I wanted to do it. So there'll be a lot of cuts and a lot of re-entries and a whole lot of high speeder riding. But Yavin is a cool place, and it's worth watching the drive, even at 200 speed. Okay, so we have reached the Temple of Exar Kun. As you can see, very impressive structure. And as we go down, there's usually no creatures anywhere near this, so you don't have to worry too much. But the temple, you get it right in front of this door. And apparently here we're not allowed to go inside. You used to be able to go inside the temple. Now, I know it was a continuation of something, and I know you got a chance to talk to Luke Skywalker in there. So, I don't know what they have intended for this, but if I recall, at this point in the patch cycle, these red doors were not here, and anyone could go inside. There was not much in there, but it continued down, and you talked to some people, and then it ended talking to Luke Skywalker. So, it was a neat little thing, but I don't remember the purpose of it, and I don't remember what you accomplished by doing it. So, not really anything to do. Once you get here, you're done. Just get in front of this red door here, and if it doesn't trigger on that one, just go around this little area here. I'll put the waypoints in the description that I used. They seem to be pretty close. Next on our stop, the Woolamander Palace. Welcome to the Woolamander's Palace. Some of the Woolamanders are not aggressive. The Gatherers are not aggressive. But that's what a Woolamander looks like. If you've never seen one before, they're very unique little creatures. Now, turning on the overlay, these two are aggressive and quite difficult, and these are also very difficult. Someone is camping the two on this end, and that's because they drop an armor smithing item. So, if you come in on this side, you will probably not see any of the aggressive ones, the harvesters. So, right about here, you'll get the badge. But we're going to go inside really quick. I think we're clear. I think there's just harvesters inside, so I want to see if there's a mag lock here or if it is mag seal. And it's open. Figures. Is there another one? See, these are supposed to be locked. I wonder if the guys that are camping it have unlocked them. I don't know that we're going to be able to get to the other one. That harvester may be more than we can handle. They have some pretty serious resistance too, so we can try them. I think we need to give ourselves a little more credit, I guess. Because that's pretty easy. Let's take out his buddy. Now we don't want to stay here too long. Yeah, I guess they're not locked. That's valuable. Okay, so let's head out. Leave the poor gatherers alone. There's our statue. They built a statue of themselves. That's pretty cool. There's another gatherer. Now the next one's the one we have to worry about. I think our bike's still out. That's why I didn't want to stay there very long. It is. Okay, let's turn off the Woolies waypoint. It's smoking behind this tree, setting the forest on fire. And now we're going to head off to the Temple of the Blueleaf. This is a hard one, so let's see what happens. Okay, you can see in the distance here the Temple of the Blueleaf. It is surrounded on all sides by clicknicks. Usually. I'm not seeing any in the back today. But you can see in the front there are a great number of dark clicknicks. It's hard to get a view. Anyway, store our bike, and you can see them all through here. We are going to need brandy. Let's turn this off. Oh, great. These guys, these dark hunters, kind of suck. And the poison is what gets you. If you are a TKA with some meditation, you're probably going to be okay. Because you can med off the poison when it's done. Come on, die, 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 die. The poison's not severe. But they keep reapplying it, so until you kill them, you keep getting it. And I don't think the Dark Hunter, yep they do, they drop Clicknick glands, which are used to power munitions. Those aren't too bad. Alright. So let's see if we can get rid of this poison. Let ourselves heal up just a little bit, because inside the entranceway are 2 more big Clicknicks. So if we have to go inside, we're going to need to be able to go inside. Okay, we're getting there. But there's only 2. And sometimes you can pull them one at a time. And as you can see, they took us very far down. If we would have come in from this angle, we probably could have pulled those 3 and then those 3. You don't usually pull all 6 or 7 of them together. That was kind of my fault for going up the middle, but I did not think they were going to aggro me from that close. And that's about all the time we're going to have. Okay, and you get the badge here. Let's see if we can target the Dark Warrior. I don't think we can get line of sight on him from here. I'd like to show you what the inside looks like. So we'll try to take these 2 guys out. Should be easier once this guy's gone. Because then all we got to do is take out that guy. And the temple respawns fairly quickly. So you gotta kind of be mindful if you're exploring to move through it. And the Clicknicks appear on the edge, looking down. And it's usually best to take them out as you see them, because if you don't, you're going to turn a corner and you're going to pull a bunch of them. And it is really hard to tell how far away they are in relation to where you are by looking at the overhead, because some of them are below you. and I'll show you that. Let's clear these off so we can run all the way around without worrying about it. They will warp across the zone to get to you. There is a point when you go down the stairs where you will pull the entire bottom floor if you're not careful. These stairs down. So you kind of have to be mindful of that. I have accidentally pulled the entire temple, which really, really sucked. Okay, and this one down here between the 3 white boxes is the queen. She is underneath of us right now. So let's see if we can not pull the whole room. Yeah, she's in here. But let's see if we can get a couple of them. I would love to kill the queen today. This is okay. So when you pull the entire floor, that becomes a real pain. Maybe we will get to kill the queen. That'd be a nice end to our Yavin adventure. Fortunately, in Star Wars, you cannot walk off a ledge. At least they're worth decent experience. 2 more to go after this one. And they are sensitive to acid. So this would work well on a bounty hunter with pistol. It's just sometimes hard to get line of sight with them. But when you do, and you've cleared most of the floor, you're in good shape. Occasionally they have skill enhancing attachments in the crates next to the queen, I've heard, but I have not found any myself. And this is not a normal POI video, but I did want, since we're here, we might as well get something out of it. So let's take care of that queen and see if we get anything good. Because she is one nasty little queen, especially when all of her little servants are up. Looks like we're getting armor segments off these guys. That runs all the way up there. There's the queen, Dark Queen. Let's see if we can get something out of her debris. Is there one behind us? Yep, there's one back here too. Okay, so loose debris. DL-20 rifle. Pretty horrible. it stays. Nope, we got nothing from the queen herself. Because she just disappeared on us. Hey, a dud firework. That was worth taking out all these guys, wasn't it? Crystal. Light green. Alright, so we got our lightsaber crystal. And nothing. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Because they are going to start respawning soon, and we'll just have to go through it all over again. We don't want to do that. We want to get out quick. But hey, we got a lightsaber crystal. Let's turn off the Temple of Blueleaf. Because if we're going to run in the right direction. And it looks like a couple of the guards out front already have respawned. We're going to run. Mostly because I don't see the need of killing him anymore because we don't get anything for it. But they will pursue you doggedly. So be mindful that even if you are burst running, they will run after you through your entire burst run. And now we head to the outpost. There is a Masasi temple here, but it's Imperial. And if you're not Imperial, there's no reason to go there. Because they will just cause you grief or do nothing for you. Anyway, fast forward to the outpost. Okay, here we are back on the outpost on Talus, and we're going to have to run because the shuttle's here. And shuttles, you need to catch them when you can. So we're going to buy your ticket, and you can see we can go to Yavin. It's a labor outpost. The mining outpost is where we started. I usually start here. And you can only fly to Corellia. And it's 3,000 credits. So do something useful while you're on Talus or on Yavin so that you actually have a reason to go there, because it's going to cost you 6k. So those were the 3 POIs that give badges on Yavin. And while I'm doing these POI videos, if I miss any of them, I'm going to go back in the end and pick them up so you guys can see the review episode that I make where we get to make up the ones that we missed. So for now, we are going to start the next one because we have an hour left on our buffs. But I'm going to stop this now, but I want to make sure we've got our ticket so we don't miss the shuttle. I'm not sure when you'll see this. Soon, I hope. But we are going to Talus now. And it doesn't necessarily mean Talus is going to be next in the order. It just means that's where we're headed. But for now, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos, and like the video if this video helped you out, and continue to watch the series, and hopefully these videos get you where you need to go to be Jedi. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching.